Sí, sí, no, yo sé. La que yo estoy poniendo en el Florida, yo sé que esa es la mejor. So, ¿cuál es? ¿Qué marca es esa?
Hopefully you all can see us
Sí,
now.
yo creo que va a ser, sí, yo creo que va a ser esa. Pero de todas maneras, sí, yo creo que es esa, porque yo creo que vi la de... O no, la que Alex me dio.
What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up with it, people? What's up with it, people?
Sí, esa que yo estoy poniendo en el Florida. De todas maneras, ¿quién va a ir a medir? ¿Alex? No. Ah, bueno, pues entonces cuando él vaya, yo hablo con él, le pregunto, o yo llamo a Alex a ver qué me aconseja. Oíste, ¿tú tienes el precio de las dos? No. Una es 2.300 y la otra.
He's buying some doors. Double door or single door?
Double door.
Is that is that the question? Double door or single door?
Ajá.
Francis, what's going on, baby?
Okay. Sí, yo creo que la de 2.300, entonces la otra debe ser, esa es la...
Pero aunque veo acá, creo que...
Buying some doors, man. He's buying some doors up in here. What's going on, guys? What do you want to talk about?
Okay.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Sí, no. Sí, la silla es la que vale 2.300, ¿no? Sí, con la silla yo creo. Sí, no.
You ever wonder why in Spanish we say sí, no, no? That means yes, yes, no, no. So is it yes or is it no?
Okay.
¿Cuáles de los dos son? Hey, we're gonna get going here in just a minute. He's on a very important phone call. He's purchasing some doors for something. I don't know for what. I don't know.
Claro, la medida final. Sí.
Okay. Who needs some doors, man? What do you guys think about the DC-10, man?
Sí.
This is Juan's model. Oh, this thing is heavy, man. God, ugh, thing is heavy.
Si por casualidad, if you talk to Alex, you can
James Archer, picture okay. Archer, what's going on, baby? Picture's good. I like to hear that, sir. I like to hear that, sir.
I really appreciate it. Right? Okay.
Audio's good. Good.
Let's get back again. Come on.
So did you buy the doors or not?
Of course.
He bought some doors. Okay? That's what you gotta do, man.
Okay, who we got?
We got Francis up in Hume.
Hey, James, man.
What else we got? Juan's the
James.
MD11 man. Yes, he is. Picture's okay. Audio's fine. Francis JJ.
7-3, man. 7-3-8-3-20.
Why is this thing so heavy, man?
Oh, look at this baby, man. Huh?
That thing is loaded.
This is a real airplane right here.
Hey, don't they put
This is a DC-10, man.
they put fuel in the tail, right?
No, that's on the MD-11, yeah.
See, I'm all screwed
That's
up.
for
man.
CG purpose, man. That's
Is
a good
that what it's
airplane, man.
for?
That's what it is,
Okay.
man.
Okay, it's for CG purposes.
Woo! Yeah, put that baby back, man.
Juan's buying doors to open us up to aviation after COVID-19. Absolutely.
That's it.
He's buying some doors for something. I don't know what he's getting doors for, but we need some doors to open up in here.
That's it, man.
So what's up, man? What do you guys want to talk about? This is a live stream that we just, I don't know what we're talking about.
Man, let me ask you something. Let me ask you a question.
I've been waiting for you to ask me something, sir.
Let me ask you something, man. Why should we ask Joe here live, man?
Oh, my God.
Tell me one of the biggest mistakes, man. One of the usually mistake people make on the line. What do you think it is?
Mistakes on the line.
On the line. What do you think? It could be walk around, getting the 80s, taxing, cell phone, using the cell phone.
People use
during
it.
taxing.
I'll tell you what, well, this isn't a big thing, but one thing I would tell you is not to take your shoulder harnesses off the second you get airborne, okay? We need shoulder harnesses for takeoff and landing, right? So I tend to keep mine on until somewhere around 10,000 or so feet. Takeoff or landing isn't all the way up to 10,000. But the reason I do is because after EET training, extended envelope training, I realized that you can really have a jet upset occurring anywhere in those phases. I mean, you can have it occur anywhere in any phase of flight, right? But I just feel like there's a lot going on during that phase of flight. So I don't know. That's one of them. What else do people do? You know, RNAV approach. You know, I talked about the RNAV on the 320 a couple days ago. How
that was a good video.
yeah, that was good. It was a nice video.
Did you guys watch it? It's already on the
It's on
website,
YouTube.
right? Oh, it's on YouTube already?
It's on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. If you don't sequence the box, it won't capture. That was what I was talking about there. So, those of you watching, I know Archer, you're 7.3. Francis is you're flying the bus side. What else are you guys flying, man? Are you flying on the bus or are you flying on the 7.3? Mauro, cheers, brother, man. I think I trained you, Mauro. If it's the one, if it's
7.3 Mauro, right?
if it's
7.3?
if it's the Mauro, I'm thinking, what's going on, baby? I think I trained you way long ago on the 7.3 and G. Correct me if I'm wrong, man. What's going on? I think it's you.
Oh, it was me.
Or it was you. Or it was one of us, or maybe it was both of us. Okay, or maybe it was both of us. I don't know. What else we got? When's the Max gonna fly?
Man, they say soon. They already came out with the results, so I think in couple of months, I think. Who's that? Okay, Francis, here we go, A320.
A330.
Oh, A330.
He's on the heavy iron.
Nice. Making the money.
Mauro,
Making the money,
both of you trained. Yeah, okay, good, man. See, I thought I trained you. I'm like, so did Juan. I was thinking back then, I knew it. Caught deep, A320. What's going on, baby? When you guys become a 142 cert?
Here we go again.
That's a good question, man.
Here we go, Jane. Now we got Joe here.
I don't know that we can share that. Not quite yet.
Not yet.
We can't share that quite
It's just
yet.
gonna be soon. That's
Yeah,
it.
we can't share that yet.
Hey, we have a lot of people, asking the same question.
People are asking
not
me.
only people, just airlines. We already have a couple of airlines, right, Joe?
Yeah, man.
We already have a couple of airlines already lined up. They're ready to jump, man. They're ready to come with us. We're gonna be doing an excellent training, Joe and myself here, and the rest of the staff is gonna be the same.
Yeah, man.
100%, man. 100%.
Call me, James. Call me. We'll talk, man.
Training, yeah.
I just can't share it on a live YouTube broadcast, but I could share it maybe a little one-on-one time.
Yeah, so you guys can come down and do the recurrent training now with one step.
Hey, call me here, 1-888-778-1. How can they see this? They can see it, right?
Yeah.
1-888-778-1441. But you're going to be live, man. I'm going to put you here on the microphone. So if you're ready to be talking, let's roll. Let's roll.
Let me write it down.
Let's talk.
Let me write it down a little bit lower. Lower.
Let's talk, man. What are we going to talk about? Okay, that's the question I want to know. What are we going to talk about? We got a course coming up on Friday. Juan's teaching it. Juan is teaching it on Friday.
You're
Yeah,
gonna be
Friday.
teaching.
I'm doing Sunday.
Right.
And then we got a 5-day type rating prep coming up next month. 7.3 and 320 in-house. $997. $997 if you want to spend 5 days with JJ live in the 305. If you can't be here in
14.
person,
What is it, 14? What?
1441. You got to write big, man.
1441?
Yeah.
No, man, that's it. That's good. 1441. I can see it. 1441?
I guess so.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. All right, what do we got? Francis! Joe, seat support on my NG ATPL instructor. Oh, that's right, man. I remember that.
Joe as a seat support. Oh, you did?
I did
You
Francis as seat support, yeah.
So he had it made, man.
And he had you for the classic.
Good. That was excellent, man.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful. Very nice.
Please
very
do
nice.
course on failures common for sim checks.
All right, here we go. Let's
Okay.
talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
Let's talk about it a little
I like
bit.
that.
Okay, same failures. So let's start from the ground.
Uh-oh, dual hydraulic failure. Dual hydraulic failure.
On the one, the NG or on the 320 or 7.3? 7.3, I guess?
Well, he's a 320, I think, right?
Oh, which one?
Caught on deep.
Yeah, he's an
A320.
A320. Okay.
Dual hydraulic failure. You're talking green plus yellow, man. Green plus yellow system failure. That's what it sounds like to me. You still got the blue. You still got the blue system. If you got the blue system, right? You're still going to fly. Okay, everything is. You'll be doing like a landing on the accumulator, no slat, no flap, no nose wheel steering. You're gonna have to get towed off the runway, but your side stick will work.
Landing gear.
Landing gear, gravity gear extension, 3 clicks to freedom.
Yep.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Actually, I have a briefing video on that. I think I posted that up in the A320 course. Different alternate modes for the bus, alternate 1 and 2. As far as I know, Francis, that has to relate with whether you have alternate law with protections versus alternate law without protections. There is an alternate law without protections, which really is only G-load. G-load is the protection you would have.
Yeah.
Positive 2.5 minus 1 degree clean. Positive 2 minus 0 dirty.
Limitations.
Okay. Mauro came in to say thanks. Thanks to you guys. Me and my partner now have 2,000 hours on the 737-700. Yes, sir!
Good.
Congrats, baby. Love it. I love to hear that.
Beautiful.
I love to hear that. Where's the eraser, man?
You
Hang on a second. Let me grab it. Let me grab
Some of
it.
the failures that you guys going to be looking at on the sim, on the ground. There you go. Some of the failures you guys going to be seeing. Remember, when you do your initial training or recurrent training, the same thing. We always do the same thing. Always remember who will get it. Watch it with the pre-flight. A lot of the time, the instructor is going to pull some cycle breakers. They're going to move some switches. So be careful with that. Then, on starting engine, you always going to get a hot start. You should know that. Okay. You're always going to get a hot start or no start, okay? And also you might be getting an APU fire. Be careful. You might get an APU fire, all right? So you can, you're going to have to be using, remember now, the GPU, the external power, okay? And then you're going to need air, okay? How are you going to get air now? That's what we're doing it, okay? So now you need an external pneumatic card. Okay, so you can start one engine and then you can do cross bleed. So like that we can check 3 boxes, right, Joey? So we can check 3 boxes right there on the check ride or
Yep.
on the training. Okay, so we already have the APU fire. You're already starting the engine with pneumatics, and now you're doing a cross bleed start. That's the sequence. So you will see that on your training, all right? So remember that. What else we got?
Okay. He's asking about some things on the check ride that people have issue with, I think.
Okay, what is it?
Hopefully, let me see who was asking about it. I think it was...
System failures, I think he was saying, right?
Yeah. Well, look, single engine ILS, single engine go around. 2 things on a type ride that typically give people issues. And by the way, the single engine go around, sometimes, let me share with you what happens. You're over here, you do the go around, 2 engines, and then,
You're going to lose one.
oopsie daisy, we get a little bird strike. Okay, 320 go around flaps, or in the NG/the classic, go around flaps 15, you punch toga, you read the FMA, you climb away, and before you know it, you got a bird strike in the number 1 or the number 2 engine, at which point, okay, what's going to happen, I got my model behind me that weighs 50 pounds.
Well, let's get the little one. Joe. Hey, look what we got here, man. Give him this.
Oh, there we go.
The 330 guy, he's going to love this one.
Okay, we got a 380 for you.
Here you go.
We got a nice 380, Emirates. I got to fly Emirates, man. I haven't flown on Emirates before, but I hear they got some serious service. Okay, so check it out. Swept wing jet, swept wing, swept wing. So what does that mean? That means that when you are climbing out, do these engines come off? No.
No.
Okay, so,
Okay.
but see, this is a 4-engine
Yeah,
jet,
they
man.
will.
Okay, but in a 320, do they, boom, got a little engine failure. Severe damage, it fell off the wing. So in this case, this one, I guess this is number 3, okay, popped off. There's probably not going to be a ton of yaw on this because you got 2 engines on each side. But let's say this was a 320 for whatever's right, for argument's sake. It would start to yaw on the side of the dead engine, and then it would start to roll. This is swept wing aerodynamics, folks, 101. Okay, so the engine fails here. It yaws, it rolls. When it rolls, what you're going to see on your attitude indicator now, let me just place this right here, is the aircraft is going to begin to do this. It's rolling towards the dead engine because remember, we said number 2 is the one that failed. Number 1 is still pushing. Yaw motion turns to roll motion. This is what your attitude indicator looks like, at which point you're going to need to add some rudder. Left rudder here. Step on the wing. Bring it down. Left rudder. And this is what gives people a lot of issue on a type ride. They're not expecting an engine to fail on the go-around. You have to do a single-engine go-around, folks, just so you know that.
Yeah. That's going to be part of your check ride.
It's required.
You'll see that.
It's required.
Yeah, it's required.
Okay. How do I know it's required? Because the ACS, Airman Certification Standards, says that we have to see a engine failure on the go-around. Okay. Now, if that means you do a 2-engine go-around and the engine fails, that's considered a single-engine go-around. Or if you just approach single engine and then do a go-around single engine, that's also a single-engine go-around. So it could be however. I've gotten them both ways. I give them both ways, right? Be ready. That's all I'm telling you. Be ready. The single-engine ILS was the other thing I talked about up there. I write all about it in the playbook. which we have here on the stand.
Yeah.
OneStepPrep.com/playbook. What else we got? Flyboy. Laughing out loud, brother. Yay, yay, yay. Let's see. Juan was doing some training recently. We're out here, man. We're still doing training. You know, if you want to come over here and train with us, we're here.
Yeah.
Okay, you can come in, you can wear your mask or whatever. We'll wear a mask.
Yeah, we're actually doing one on Friday on the 7-3 NG.
Yeah, we're doing one Friday.
Okay.
Tomorrow? No,
So
today's
we're
Wednesday.
Starting
Friday.
Friday. And then the following week, it took a couple of weeks, right, Joe?
Couple of weeks in August. We got
In
an
August,
A320 class.
We're going to have an A320. So if you're interested, man, or if you have any friend, anybody that is interested, remember, we're going to be teaching, what, 5 days this system?
5 day systems.
How much?
$997.
$997 for 5-day initial. That's a complete initial. We're going to be covering all the systems, automations, limitations, memory items, everything is going to be included. Okay?
ECAM actions,
ECAM
simulator
action.
briefings, all kinds of stuff, right? Are you guys flying right now? That's my question to
Are
you.
you guys active?
Are you guys flying right now? Are you guys, where are you flying if you are? What are you flying if you are? What do the loads look like for you? I can tell you I'm flying. I just got back from flying. Loads were hovering between 50 to 70%. Not flying a lot, you know, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of flying. Get my schedule today at 12. It's already 2 o'clock. I got my schedule, man. I got to see what I'm doing next month. Okay, but, you know, what are you guys doing? Are you out there flying? Are you not flying? I want to hear from you all. What else can we do also to add? We're thinking about, man, what kind of content should we be adding into the existing programs there? A couple things we had on the burner right now is Captain upgrade.
Upgrades, yeah.
Okay.
RVSM.
RVSM, Captain upgrade. What do you think about the Captain upgrade stuff? You know, I had somebody send me a message that said, I'm going for Captain upgrade and I would like to see some stuff on leadership, decision making, CRM, that kind of stuff. So we're looking at putting something together for that. Let us know what you think about that.
I'll be good, I think. That's
man.
excellent. Yeah.
What else we got going on?
It's a big change, huh? It's not that big, but it's once you change from the right seat to the left seat, everything changes in your mind, you know.
Well,
Now you start to worry, right, boss?
the thing is,
Now you don't have another.
You don't-
Where you going to be looking? To the window?
to the window.
If you look to the left side, it's going to be a window there.
That's it, man.
So
If you're an FO, you look left and you say, what do you want to do, boss?
That's
And
it.
then when you become the boss, you look left and all you see is your
It's
reflection
yourself. That's it.
looking
That's
right
it.
back at you.
Now you have to make the right decision.
It's on you, baby. You come up with it.
So,
Francis is flying only cargo.
Cargo
Kigali to
from-
China. Okay, all right, good, man. Well, you're flying though. You know, you're flying
787.
787 in the house.
Sam. Captain Sam. Hey, here you go, James. What's up, man?
Like to go cargo before the major start laying off pilots. That's a good thought, James. Freight has not slowed down, folks.
Cargo, man. That's the way to go. Hey, number one pay, UPS, cargo.
Cargo has not
Okay.
slowed down.
So,
In fact, it's actually the reverse. It hasn't slowed down. It's actually picked up.
picked up, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw UPS taxi by. Atlas, UPS,
Yeah, FedEx.
FedEx, Southern, which is basically Atlas. Who else do we have out here that's flying freight? I think Swift Air does a little bit of freight.
Swift,
Um,
yeah.
You know, you got IBC. Those of you that are lower time, man, and you're watching this, and you're like, how do I get some time? You know, go to a 135 carrier. IBC. That's what I did. I didn't go to IBC, but I went to a 135 carrier. You know, so captain upgrade. How to become captain? How to fly left seat. Yeah. Yeah, man, Francis for sure. UPS is like the military. FedEx too.
It's like Delta.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Delta
not.
like the Air Force, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not.
We
I'm
just
not.
need the right connection. That's what it is.
I know a couple people in there, but
Where,
I haven't-
Delta?
No, at I know a guy at FedEx.
UPS? What?
FedEx. Oh no,
Frank?
yeah.
Frank fly for UPS.
Frank is at UPS.
Yeah, we got a couple of guys.
Frankie's
Fly
over there.
They're flying for UPS.
Maybe Frank is watching this. What's up, Frank? What's up, baby?
FedEx too, man. It's not easy to get in, but if you get in, man, you just won the lottery. UPS or FedEx, man. Throw your application. You never know. Okay, Captain here, Joey, you got something on interview, right? Interview prep.
Interview prep just came out with King
Interview
Schools.
prep, right? There's a lot of people that are not ready for interview. You know, you have to be ready. You need to prepare yourself for a good interview, right?
Let me tell you something about the interview real quick. on the interview. The number one mistake, listen to what I'm telling you. The number one mistake people make at the interview is they go there to sell their resume.
That's it. Not good.
That's a mistake.
Yeah.
Do not go to the interview and sell your resume. Go to the interview and sell what or who? Yourself. The resume gets you the interview. Okay? Selling yourself
The hiring.
will get you the job.
There you go. Does that make sense?
They're not going to hire a piece of paper, folks. They are hiring you. They're not hiring a piece of paper. Well, I went to my interview where I fly right now. There was I think there was maybe 12, 18 guys in there. They're all sharp, shine shoes like I came in. They look like they flew around the moon, the stars, and
Old
Mars.
timers, right? Old
Yeah,
time,
a bunch
a lot
of
of hours.
older guys. A lot of time, a lot of experience, a lot of hours.
Yeah. And what happened?
What happened was some of them got the job. I've seen them out there. But what I'm saying is they went in there and they were selling their resume. I flew around the world 100 times, Okay, that's good, man. Tell me about you. Why should we hire you? They're going to ask you questions that you need to know what to say. Yeah. Why you over somebody else? Tell me about a time that you broke an FAR. Tell me about a time that you had an issue with a captain. Tell me about a time, all those tell me about a times that are potentially incriminating questions that they're going to ask you, because they're going to ask you these questions, okay? You need to know how to answer to that. You need to know how to respond to that. By the way, if you're out there, if you are applying to a job right now and you're saying, hey, I'm at this carrier and I'm looking at an option to expand into maybe flying cargo or something, that is not what you want to say. You want to say, I am looking to go to your company and stay there for the long haul. You are my new home. You are who I've wanted to fly for since I was birthed into the world. You got to tell them what they want to hear, folks. Okay? Whether that's true or not. The fact of the matter is they want a long-term value-add proposition.
And if you want to know more in detail, we have a program for that, right?
Interview prep. OneStepPrep.com/interview.
And we have an interview video.
Yep.
Actually, everything is there. Everything that you guys need to know, how to get ready for an interview. Everything is in the website.
Yeah.
Check it out, man.
Let me see what Leonidas.
So go around. The autopilot's still on. Man.
Should I disconnect the autopilot
before toga?
And what about flaps?
What about flaps? One step up.
Okay, based on your comments, Leonidas, I'm guessing you're talking about the A320.
A320, yeah.
So if you're talking about the A320, here's what I would tell you. Do not disconnect the autopilot. I would just leave the autopilot on. The A320 will do a go-around with the autopilot engaged. You just say go-around flaps, you push to toga, toga power goes in, SRS mode populates the FMA. What that basically means is it's going to give you 15 degrees nose up. Guess who's going to do that for you? Oopsie daisy, the autopilot, because it does everything. Okay, so you got the autopilot on. It's going to say man, toga.
On the FMA.
On the FMA, SRS. SRS means speed reference system, 15 degrees nose up, pitch attitude. It's going to bring your nose up. Bam, you go right to the flight director. Autopilot flies the whole thing. And you just bring the flaps up one step. So you said one step up. Example, if your flap's 4, you go to 3.
Right.
That is correct. That's after toga. Go around flaps. Select toga, then flap retraction. Okay? You don't do flap retraction, then toga. It typically comes together. Toga, then flap retraction is what you're looking for.
Right.
So leave the autopilot on, bring the flaps up one step. Okay? When does SRS mode disappear? Man, we're about to lay it out on you
That's
guys.
it, man. That's a good oral question. Right?
When does SRS go away?
Anybody before Joe writes it down on the board. Anybody can answer that? Come on.
When does SRS disappear? I'll just let that marinate. Let you guys come up with an answer for that.
What do you think? Come on. Let's do the homework.
Okay, what else we got? What do you guys want to talk about? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Questions.
Leonidas, I hope that helps.
He just want to hear your answer.
Go
For
around.
the SRS?
Huh? For the speed reference system. Oh, hang on. I got 2 questions for you. What if my engine fails? Where does SRS go then? Because 15 degrees is with 2 engines.
Yeah.
But what if I'm with 1 engine? Now what happens?
Answers.
Now what happens?
Anybody want to answer? Or you want to hear the answer?
Does it go to 15 still, or does it go to where? Where does it go?
All right. Let's give them the answer. Well, you don't give them the answer.
Should I give it to them? Should I give it to you guys already?
You guys want to hear the answer? Or you already have the answer? Let's give you the answer. Let's review.
All right.
Go ahead,
let's
boss.
do it.
let's get into it.
All right, it's not going to be 15. If you said no to 15, you're right. It's
So the
less.
first question was when the SRS disappeared.
Oh, there you go. You're keeping me humble, man. That's good. Okay, so the first thing, SRS. When does this go away? When we're acquiring altitude, which is outstar. Okay, that's that. At which point, Mantoga disappears, assuming you've reduced it back to the climb detent, which you should have by that point, and it'll go back to speed, which is a variable thrust mode. I'll talk about all that in the Airbus program. Okay, so speed, outstar, that's the answer to the first one. The second one is 12.5 degrees on your single engine. If you lose an engine, your SRS will go to 12.5 degrees. It's about 2.5 degrees less than where it typically goes in order to conserve some speed for you, because you're only flying on one engine, right? Leonidas, absolutely, thanks a lot. Yes, sir, good thing. All right, cool.
Good.
What else we got?
7-3, guys. Question from the 7-3? Anybody? 7-3, what else? What else should you expect on the
7-3?
on the check ride?
Yeah, let's talk 7.3 for a little bit.
Let's talk about the 7-3. What are you guys going to be expecting on the check ride? Like failures? What type of failures? Well, let's start from the ground, all the way to.
Man, I can give you the whole profile if you want. Huh?
You guys want to hear the whole profile?
Let me give him this whole profile from here.
Guys, already here?
I got it in the playbook, man.
What's the name of the book? What you know?
Type-rated playbook to success. Okay, onestepprep.com/playbook.
What's the playbook?
The playbook is everything you want to know, man. 60-page easy read, how to pass a type rating. Let's roll, baby. And we got it on video. And we got it on audio. And we got it in person. Come on.
And how much is this, Joe?
Book itself $49. Full package is $99. Okay, full package is $99. That's for audio, video, and the actual book itself, ebook.
So you got the check right here, the whole thing.
Everything is here, man. Everything is here. Francis, what priority between JipWiz and TCAS? JipWiz takes priority, man. Good question.
Always.
Yeah. JipWiz takes priority. Let me just grab this real quick.
Yeah. The
GPWS
GPWS always take priority over the TCAS. Remember that. Yes.
Naumann
Yeah,
at thrust
yeah, yeah,
reduction
yeah.
altitude. What was he talking about here? At thrust reduction.
Which one is that?
Oh, that's the SRS. Yeah, man. No, you're right. I said outstar, assuming that was a low go-around altitude, but it's actually thrust reduction. So, yeah, man. No, you got it, Naumann. Thrust reduction is right. And Francis, it's JipWiz over TCAS. Let me see what I was going to talk to you guys about here. Typical oral profile. And then we're going to move on to the 7.3. Let me see what I had here. Typical check ride profile. Start at the gate, 20 minutes.
That's normally?
Push. Yeah, you want to push back in 20 minutes.
That's normal on the line.
That's pretty straightforward. Man, the first time I flew a 320,
How long?
it took me like
Like 1 hour?
an hour to push back. The flight attendant comes in and she's like, cabin secure, ready for push. I'm like, no, we're not going nowhere. I don't have a flight plan loaded. We're not going nowhere.
Stand by. We'll get back to you.
We're going to have to tell the passengers to relax. We need a flight plan first.
That's why you need a good train.
That was like day one on OE. I'm like,
That's why you need to come to One Step Prep.
yeah, man, for sure.
So we can train you
For
good.
sure.
So you're ready for the line.
Man, do you know how much stuff I needed? Like, when I first started my first jet, which wasn't a 320, it was actually a 7.3.
7.3.
It was 7.3 NG.
It was a 707 for me.
Woo! Dang! 707, okay?
707.
Have any of you guys even, like, flown a 707?
Do you know what is a 707?
Shoot.
It's all right. It's a good aircraft.
Oh, man. Yeah, man, so, okay, let me give you the typical profile real quick. Start at the gate, push in 20 minutes. You're going to have a start abnormal, some kind of start abnormal. It's going to be a hot start.
Yeah, hot start, no start.
Everybody tells you it could be a hot start, it could be a no EGT, it could be a no whatever, light off. It's going to be a hot start, dude. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a hot start. Okay, normal taxi takeoff. You're going to have a TCAS RA. You'll do your air work, steep turn stalls, unusual attitudes. What else we got? You'll do an ILS approach to a mist. That's a 2-engine ILS, by the way. 2-engine ILS to a mist approach. You do a non-precision approach to a landing. So it's probably going to be a localizer VOR, something like that. Juan is old, man. What's going on, man? What is everybody saying? 7.2 for Francis. Takeoff thrust. Under what condition is SRS activated? When you push the thrust levers up to toga. When you have the flaps in at least 1 or greater, you will activate the SRS mode.
Yep.
Toga selection with flaps 1 or greater. All right, back to this. RTO Non-precision approach to landing. I talked about that. You're going to have a rejected takeoff for the PIC rating. Always. PIC rating, RTO. You'll do a V1 cut. That's a
There's
given.
something in the RTO. Hey, make sure don't taxi, huh? Watch it. Then you
Yeah.
can check what the brake cooling, right?
Brake cooling
Right, boss?
schedule.
A lot of people make that mistake, huh? When they do the reject takeoff, they want you to go back to the gate. That's what they want. ATC is going to call you. Hey, do you want to taxi back?
Yeah.
They're dying for you to say yes.
You got to check the brake
Oh, no, you
cooling
cannot.
schedule.
That's it. You just want to exit your active and stay right there. Now you need to check your brake cooling chart, okay? Then decide whatever you guys want to do. But don't taxi back just like that because they're going to get you like that. Be careful.
Yep. Single engine ILS to a miss, single engine ILS to a landing. So you're doing 2 single engine ILSs, one to a missed approach, one to a landing. You're going to have an evacuation at some point. The evac is usually a fire.
That's the last one, right?
Yeah, that's the
Normally,
last one.
That's the last thing. So you do evacuation, yeah.
Why do you think the evacuation is the last thing on a check ride?
So you can go home, man.
So you can go. Okay.
You like that answer? You don't like that answer? Okay, Joe, give me the answer.
Okay.
So why?
The reason is, by the way, this, I mean, anybody, examiners can do whatever they want, right? But in my experience, I've primarily seen
Yeah.
examiners give the fire and the evacuation as the last thing
Normally they do that.
because when you remove all AC power, which is going to happen because you're going to have to either pull the fire switch in the 7.3 or release the fire switch in the 320.
320, yeah.
Okay, when you're going to have to remove all AC power, that's engines and APU, you will lose power to the FMS. When you lose power to the FMS, your flight plan is wiped out, your performance information is wiped out, your numbers are all wiped out, everything is wiped out. So now it would take time to have to either A, you reload it, or B, the instructor can repopulate it. The point being, though, when you lose power to that box, you're going to lose everything in there. And so in the interest of time efficiency, it works out better to do the evac as the last thing when you're done and you don't have to reload everything because we just put you at the gate or you just taxi into the gate, right? And you're done.
Yeah.
You would taxi into the gate.
And another
type
thing,
ride.
remember, a lot of people they don't know this stuff, and it happens. Now remember, once you lose all your AC power on the IRSs, now you're going to go on battery power.
Yeah.
So if you're on the ground, you will get a horn, so
gonna
you
get a
don't
horn.
drain the battery.
Yeah.
So be careful with that.
Yeah.
That's another.
I just
that's
saw-
That's another good tip.
Oh no, that is.
Yeah.
You get that constant. That's a good oral.
Horn,
That's
yeah.
a good oral question.
But yeah.
What's that horn that you see
Yep.
or that you hear?
That you hear.
Okay, I just saw American Airlines touch down. Okay, we got a nice window here in this office. We're in Miami. We're in Miami on the Crystal Palace.
Miami, Florida.
We're on the 5th floor. We got a nice airport view. And every time an airplane lands or takes off, I ask myself, are they flying with one-step prep? Have these guys seen one-step prep? And if
Video.
they haven't,
Oh man, no, that's a felony right there.
who should meet them at the gate, Horn?
Oh my God.
Okay,
man.
we need federal law enforcement
That's-
to meet you at the gate if you are flying without JJ all day, baby. Okay, all right. I don't know, man. I don't know
And
if
we
they.
have everything you guys need to pass your check ride, your recurrent training, your initial training, for reviewing right now. This is a perfect time for review. Man.
Oh,
We're
this is
not
the
doing
be-
a lot of flying.
this is the
so,
best time.
It's a nice time for reviewing. And if you have any questions, just give us a call. We
Yeah.
just review anything you guys want.
Let me tell you something really quick. For those of you that are watching and you're thinking about becoming a pilot, I published a video a little while ago. This is just how I operate my life. It doesn't mean you have to do that, but this is what I do. When everybody goes left, go right. Period. Everybody goes right, go left. Everybody goes left, go right. I'm a contrarian, naturally. The reason I'm telling you this is everybody's saying, well, I don't have to study right now because I'm not flying, I'm this, that, and the other. Yeah, until your next opportunity presents tomorrow and you're not ready anymore. Somebody else comes and steals it away from you because you're not prepared. You weren't ready for it. You weren't taking the time. You weren't putting in the prep work. You weren't drilling, rehearsing. You weren't out here training. Come on, man.
All
Stay
right.
with it.
That's it. You have another question there, Joe?
What else we got?
Takeoff thrust. What is it? Takeoff thrust. What condition is SRS active?
Yeah, I think I
You
answered
already-
that one.
You answered that already, right?
Yeah.
I think you did.
That's toga
Yeah.
thrust with flaps 1 or greater. Okay.
Francis 727? Oh, man. I flew 727, the 200. Good, excellent. One of the best aircraft.
Hey,
727. True.
let me put this up here for takeoff thrust if he's still watching or she's watching.
Who's that? For the A320?
Yeah. If those of you guys, because you're going to have to do a flap slash
A320 guys, A320.
slat anomaly. For you to get go-around phase in the A320, along with SRS, you need toga, and you need flaps 1+, 1 or greater. If you don't have these conditions, it will very simply say man toga. So you get toga power, manual thrust toga, but you will not get the SRS. And even if you're doing a no flap, no slat, we still always land with flaps 1. Now think about that. Let's say you have wingtip brakes engage. That's shortened WTB. Wingtip brakes engage for both the flap and the slat. You can move the flap handle all day, nothing's going to happen. But if you put the flap handle in 1+, 1 really is where we want it with this particular scenario. When you touch toga, because the flap handle is there, you will get the go-around phase activated, and you will also get the SRS, and you want that. So sometimes when I do these no flap, no slats in training, the guys are asking me, but if I don't have any flaps and I don't have any slats, then why am I going to put the flap handle in 1?
Yeah.
Well, because I want the McDo to sequence. That's why. For instance, how can someone make a routine of studying mainly now that most pilots are a bit idle? Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. Look, I'll tell you what I do. Doesn't mean it's right, it's just what I do. Usually like once a week with breakfast, I'll go through memory items, I'll go through limitations. I'll just, I'll have a nice breakfast, whatever, sit down for an hour, I go through my memory items, I go through my limitations. Those are the first things I study. With regard to systems, frankly, I've put on videos and watched myself. My wife laughs at me, why are you watching yourself? Okay, just to refresh, man. I go back, I watch some of the stuff that I have. It's not something that has to be, it's just maybe once a week, every other week, I just memory items limitations for sure, and then I'll hit a video, maybe bust open an FCOM or something, just read a couple pages. That's what I do, It's up to you. Question for you about the website. Okay, I've been thinking about. I don't know that we're going to do this, but we've been thinking about putting a forum. Basically, a community where we can go on there and chat about different things for the members. Those of you that are members on there, we can go in and talk about oral prep in a forum. We can talk about type rating prep, check rides. We can talk about different things that come up with the airplane, different questions you have. I don't know, whatever. There's already forums out there. I realize there's some forums out there, but I haven't found any that appeal really to anything that I would like to see in a forum. So I'm thinking about maybe we throw a forum on the website where our members, our community, can come together and we just chat, man. We see what's up, what's going on in training, what you guys are thinking, what questions you have, that kind of thing. So share with me your thoughts on that. My email, those of you that don't have it, joe.m@onestepprep.com. That's my email. Juan is the same, by the way, only it's Juan.d, Juan.d, at OneStepPrep.
Send us an email, man, if you have any concern, any questions. Takeoff Trust, Joey. Takeoff Trust on the A320neo. You flew the Neo, right?
I have flown the Neo before.
Yeah.
Yep. Let me see what he's saying. On the A320neo, go-around soft mode will provide a set to a given height with a vertical of 2,200 feet per minute, while the go-around soft will be lit on the FMA in the first column, and what will burn if the aircraft does not provide 2,200 in the set. I'm not sure I understand the question. On A320neo, let me read it one more time, man. Let me see what's he saying.
The A320neo, go-around provide a set. Okay, so when you hit that, the first time the go-around, right?
If you're not in the soft go-around, what will it give you? It'll give you the SRS, 15 degrees nose up. If you are, it's giving you at least 2,200 feet a minute. I think that's what he's saying. The soft go-around, right. Those of you that are wondering, maybe you're at let's say you're at 1,000 feet and you need to do a go around to 2,000 feet. Or you're at 1,200 feet and you need to do a go around to 2,000 feet. You only have 800 feet to climb, so you know, you don't have a whole lot of altitude to climb. It's a relatively short climb, so you don't need this huge power burst. So there's a soft go-around feature that basically gives you a reduced climb rate so as to not totally blow through the altitude. And I think this is what takeoff thrust is talking about in this particular example. So otherwise you're going to get SRS 15 degrees nose up with a pitch attitude that'll follow airspeed until reaching out star. And then it'll go into speed mode, variable thrust. I think that's what we're getting at. You know, here's something I want to ask you guys. If you're doing a visual approach, and you have to go around from a visual approach, what altitude are you going to? Let's say here, I don't know what runway is this out here? 9 left, 8 right? No, 8.
This is 9 left, right?
I don't even know. Can't see the sign.
I think it's
26
9
left.
I think it's 9 left. Okay.
Yeah, whatever runway it is. Let's say you're visual to this runway. Visual. Come in on the approach, and then you have to execute a go-around. What altitude are you going to? You're clear for the visual, and you have to do a go-around. Where are you going? Okay? That's what I want to hear.
What about your approach plate? Well, let's look at the approach plate. What are the approach places?
Okay.
So what do you guys think?
I don't know, man. This has been a big discussion, by the way. This is why I'm bringing it up.
What is the go-around procedure says?
Okay. This is why I'm bringing it up.
Right?
A lot.
Should you follow the go-around procedure that is in the approach plate?
Or not. I don't know. What do you think? Okay. This. By the way, the reason I'm talking about it is because there was a ASAP report I read recently, and the crew did a missed approach, and they went to the go-around altitude actually of the plate, of the approach plate. Yeah. But let me tell you the challenge, the issue with that. You weren't cleared for an ILS approach. You're cleared for a visual approach. So what happened with this particular crew, which I understand why you would think to go there, they actually want you to go to 1,500 feet above airport elevation. So if it's sea level, they want you to go to 1,500 feet. If it's 1,000 feet, they want you to go to 2,500 feet. So you're going to go to 1,500 feet above airport elevation on a go-around for a visual approach, because their thought, this was the controller's, ATC's response, was you're not cleared for the ILS or the RNAV or whatever approach, so they didn't expect you to actually look at that, but to go to 1,500 feet.
So how about they say continue with your misapproach procedure?
They shouldn't give you that clearance.
Right?
Yeah, man, they shouldn't. Hopefully they don't give you that clearance. If they say continue with the missed approach, I would say, give me an altitude. What to do when the landing performance gives a lower go-around gradient than the one required for the approach. You technically can't do the approach, to be honest with you.
No.
Yeah, if you have a lower go-around gradient than the required for the approach, you can't do the approach. So you got to be able to comply with what's published.
Yep.
In theory, if you can't, then you won't be able to shoot it. So what else, guys? What else is going on, man? What else do we got going on? 5 likes, 13 viewers on here so far.
What about, Captain Joe, what about the clear for a visual approach? Should you intercept the glide slope or the localizer, sir?
Oh my God.
Should you intercept the localizer
First.
before
Before you get the glide slope?
you get the glide slope?
Oh, man.
What happens if you don't do that?
You'll end up high. Look, well, here's...
It happens. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
I'm talking about
Yeah,
this.
that's right.
Listen to this. Give them the exact example.
Okay.
What happened?
Let me share with you this example.
And it happens to Captain Joe.
It just happened to me
Alright.
3 days ago.
Listen to this.
It just happened to me.
Okay. If they clear you to a visual approach, should you intercept the localizer before the glide slope? It's visual. What happened?
Okay, what happens is this sometimes. You are, let's say you're out here. Let me actually give you a profile view of this. Well, this is a profile. Let me give you a top-down view. So let's say here's your final approach fix, your initial approach fix.
And you come in here.
You're over here, and they turn you this way, and they clear you for the approach.
Right turn heading 270.
Okay, and now you have to figure out how to go down, how to slow down, how to do all these different things. I see we got a couple questions. I'll get to them in just a second. Okay, so look, the deal is this: you always want to intercept the localizer and then the glide slope, right? You want to get on a published lateral path, which is clear of obstructions out here, and then follow the vertical path down.
Like it.
The challenge is sometimes it's visual, and you're coming into a place like Miami where it's sea level, there are no obstructions, mountains, what have you, and so you might be cleared for a visual here, and you could turn, you know, a short base, right? Which, by the way, I would always go out to at least 5 miles, always. I would never, ever, ever turn inside of 5 miles, personally. I would definitely stay outside of 5. You come in, and what could happen is now you have not yet, you're over here, you haven't yet captured the localizer, but you need to start going down. And the challenge on the 320 in particular, and also in the NG, is that the glide slope will not capture if the localizer hasn't captured. Yeah. So you could be driving in visually, not have the loc captured, but the glide slope comes alive, and now you have to start down with vertical speed to continue following the profile. So just be aware of that, man. You may end up finding yourself in a scenario where vertical speed is your friend to start down before that loc captures, so you can stay on the glide path. Only if you're visual. Only if you're visual. I'm saying this, okay? It is okay to use speed brakes with flaps 2, 3, or 4. We push flight envelope to the limit that way. You can use them with 2. You can use them with 3. You cannot use, usually I believe you cannot use speed brake with full. On a 321, I believe, is the limitation on that. But speed brakes with flaps 1, 2, or 3 are acceptable. I definitely know that in a 319 and 20. I don't think on a 21, though, you won't be able to go to full. Why expedite push button for climb is not recommended? Ooh, good question.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll answer this one, then I'm going to shift to Juan for some 7-3 questions. The reason you don't want to use the expedite push button on a climb is because it will climb at green dot. Green dot, which is usually somewhere in the neighborhood of 210 knots, and if you're in the upper flight levels, mid to upper flight levels, 24, 25, 26, 30s, 31, 32, really anywhere from like 24 up, you may not want to go down to 210 knots. It's too slow. So the expedite push button is not recommended for climb because it climbs too slow, and you may not want to get that slow when you're climbing through the mid to upper flight levels. True. That's the reason, brother. Open climb, reduce speed. That's the better way to go. So Juan, let me ask you a question then. We just uploaded a video today on this, on the 737 standby power switch, sir.
What happened? Engine failure go around. Here we go.
On a 737 NG. Why?
737 NG, come on, man.
Why would I want to put the standby power switch to off?
Why you want to do that, man? Anybody, any 737 guys. What is the reason that you want to switch from auto to off, right?
From auto to off. Why?
From auto to off. Why you want to do that on the 737? 737 guys. Standby power switch from auto to off.
Yep.
What happened? Why you want to do that? What is the reason that you want to go to the off position? Any reason for that? Any reason? Okay, well, nobody? There is the reason.
Man, nobody, come on, man. Nobody said, if you know the answer,
7-3 guys.
send
all
it
the
in.
7-3, all the 7-3.
We'll give you something.
We'll give you something if you
What can we
answer that
give you?
question.
I'll give you a copy of this ebook, this playbook, ebook. If you want a copy of the ebook playbook.
Wow, here we go. Hey, that's a good deal.
That's pretty
a good deal.
For free?
Why you want to
Just
put the
giving
standby
stuff away,
power
man.
switch from auto to the off position? Or when? When do you want to do that? What is the reason that you want to do that? All right? What is the reason? Okay, so the only reason is actually you guys. Let me answer that question for you guys. The only reason that you want to do that is just to depower or unpower only the standby buses. In case if you have like an electrical smoke,
hi, guys. Say
and
hi,
you want
say
to
hi.
actually, partial the electrical system, that's the only reason you want to do that. If you just want to depower only the standby buses, that's the only reason that you want to move that switch to the off position. Like that, you can troubleshoot the system. You see, if you want to start looking for the smoke, where the smoke is coming from. Like that, you don't have to depower the rest of the buses, only the standby buses. That's the only reason you want to move that switch to the off position on the standby power switch, right?
Now,
So review, come on, man.
but there's
Hey.
a difference though between the classic and the NG, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's
on
the-
the auto?
on the auto
On the auto
position.
position. What is the reason on the standby power switch in the auto position between the NG and the classic? What is the reason? That's too easy, man.
Is it?
That's easy, man. What is the difference between the 737 Classic and the NG on the standby power switch in the auto position? And it's only on the ground. Remember that. On the Classic, remember the standby buses is not powered in auto on the Classic. On the NG, now the standby buses are powered on the ground. So if you lose both generators on the ground on the NG, automatically the standby buses is going to be powered, not on the Classic, okay?
Yeah.
That's why you have to open the guard and move the switch to the back position on the Classic, because the standby buses on the ground is not powered on the Classic, on the auto position, okay? So that's another big mistake a lot of people do, and that's what we do normally on the sim. A lot of time when you start taxing out, we're going to give you 2-engine flame out. And what's going to happen, normally it's going to be nighttime. So the visual, we're going to put you on nighttime. Everything is going to go dark. And now what's the first thing you want to do? Everybody's going to start screaming, calling ATC. You ain't calling nobody. Who you going to call?
Ghostbusters! Hey!
You ain't calling nobody, man, because the standby bus is not powered. Remember, AC standby bus is the one that power VHF number one. VHF number one. All right? So normally, from DC standby bus, remember all those two buses, AC or DC standby bus, you have to move that switch to the back position so you can get VHF number one on the Classic, not on the NG. So that's the difference between the NG and the Classic.
Man,
Excellent, beautiful.
Juan is sharp on this
Anybody?
stuff. Leonidas, we want questions for the 322. Oh, I hear you. Okay.
You want question from the 320?
I want questions on the
Give 'em a
320,
question.
man. Okay.
But
let
you
me-
have to answer.
Okay.
You have to answer.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. All right. So let me see, man. Let's give Leonidas a question. Or let's give everybody a question on the 320.
Ramon Thompson. Ramon
What's he
Thompson.
saying? I'm not a pilot, but that's funny.
I'm not a pilot, but that's funny. Hey,
We're comedians here.
it's okay. Don't
You
worry
know,
about it. If
we
you're not
try.
a pilot, you will become a pilot. Nah, you don't have to. Hey, whatever you do, you're doing good, man.
Approach phase. Here's a question for you, Leonidas, and everybody else on the
Leonidas,
Airbus.
there's your question on the A320.
How do I activate the approach phase in the McDo?
How you activate the approach phase on the MacDo?
That's it.
Uh-oh.
How do we do it? How do we do it? How do we do
How
it?
do we do that?
How do we activate the approach phase in the McDo?
Come
If
on.
you get this right, I'll send you our Airbus Memory Items audio program. Woo!
And you only have 3 minutes, and it's counting. And
Two-
if you don't know the answer, you can call a friend.
Okay? Call, or you can call us, man. 1-888-778-1441. In my check ride, I was asked, what does a ram air turbine provide? Great question. Ram air turbine provides 5 kVA to the rat's nest, which is also your AC essential bus and its respective shed. And through an essential TR, remember that phraseology that we always like to emphasize?
Yeah,
The ram air turbine. Through an essential TR, okay, we get DC essential bus and its respective shed, plus we get 2,500 PSI to which
hydraulic
system?
To the blue, the yellow, or green? Which one?
We get it to the blue. God bless America.
That's it. There's your answer. What did you say? Activate what?
Perf, approach, activate, confirm. Yes, Philip. Yes, caught on deep, activate, approach. Yes, from the performance page. How else can we do it? There's 2 ways. We got 1 of 2 right now. We got 1 of 2. Who can give me the second one? Going once, going twice. We got 2 minutes remaining. Isn't it auto-activated? Yes, it is indeed. Ramon, when is it auto-activated? Please give me the answer, sir or madame. You can do it from the perf approach page. We like that. We like that. There's one more. There's one more. Tell me when it is. When it is. We got 2 minutes remaining. 1 minute 30 seconds. He said I was missing something
Well,
else.
Leonidas, he hasn't said anything. You asked the question. Come on, man.
Leonidas, what's going on, baby? When is it?
But he says I was missing something else.
Hey, is that clear on the ram air turbine? Two different, well, first of all, right, airborne, 100 plus knots, loss of AC bus 1 and 2. We get 2,500 PSI on the blue system, hydraulic system that is. We get
What
5
about
kVA.
AC power? Do you get AC power? Maybe you're missing the AC power. Did you mention the AC power?
What's that?
On the ram air turbine, on the rat?
Yeah, 5 kVA.
5 kVA.
To the-
Okay.
to the
But now,
rat's
let me
nest.
ask you the question. I don't know if this is maybe because he said he's missing something else. Okay, remember, there's two ways that you can deploy that rat, right? From the electrical.
But I
or
think
from-
he's talking about the activation of the approach phase, I think.
Oh, on the ram air.
Yeah. He said I'm missing something. I said you were missing something else.
Let me see.
You were missing another way to activate the approach phase.
Oh, okay.
Because there is the perf, but what am I missing on the rat? Am I missing something on the rat? I got the electrics,
Yeah, you already got
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And the blue hydraulic system.
and I got the hydraulics. Okay.
Yeah, you got that.
What am I missing, man? You guys tell me what I'm missing. Auto at decel point. Yes! You got it. The decel point. Circle D.
Now, man. Oh.
Are we saying that right? Nauman?
No.
Auto at
Nauman.
decel point. Okay, so we got from the performance page. Yes, that's the first one. And then
Decel.
automatically at the deceleration point. Those are the 2 times. Nauman, you have won yourself a, what did I say, the audio program?
Audio program.
Okay,
yeah.
you got a Memory Items audio program. Okay, now we'll give away one more audio program. But Nauman, send me an email, brother, or leave your email in chat because we got to be able to get it out to you. Okay, so here's one more. All right, I'll give you this one, then we'll wrap this thing up. What happens when the perf approach phase activates? So the approach phase is active now. What does that mean? What does that really mean? What is that going to do for us? Enter destination data and it's auto-activated? That's a good guess, Ramon. Not quite. Nauman got it right. Okay. How long have we been live on this thing? Almost an hour? 56
Yeah.
minutes? Something like that. Are you guys enjoying this show? Leave it in comments. Do you want to see us doing this more? Do you want more shows? Do you want more free giveaways? Do you want to spend more time with JJ? Should Juan buy more doors? Should he buy some more doors or what, man?
My examiner said what? The referee to spoilers and blood?
He's probably talking about hydraulic pressure because it's in the blue system.
It's in the blue system. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if, what was the question.
Okay, green dot speed. It does give you green dot speed, Charles. Okay, as long as your flaps are up.
Ramon Thompson, auto thrust, follow flaps, extension.
Flaps 0, it gives me green dot. What's Ramon saying?
What was it?
Green dot
Auto
speed
thrust,
first.
Yeah, auto thrust, follow flap extension. Francis.
Yeah, Ramon basically got it right.
Yeah.
Airplane will decelerate to VAP. True with the flap extension. Speed at managed mode will go back to VAP. True with the flap extension. Green dot speed first. True, Leonidas. But I think Ramon answered it best. Let me just reread it again. What'd he say?
Yeah, well,
Auto thrust follows flap extension. So in the approach phase, your speed, your auto thrust, your speed is going to be following the flap handle. So if your flaps are 0, it goes to green dot. If your flaps are 1, it's going to go to S. If your flaps are 2, it goes to F. Flaps are 3, it goes to F. Flaps to full, it goes to VAP. And that is it. You guys probably watched the YouTube
okay.
video.
Somebody still have more questions. Who's that?
See, man, I told you, Ramon. I knew it. You guys watched the
Still a
video.
video in there. Ow, no, that's not funny.
I shot
You
it
just
at.
lost the playbook.
No.
You just lost the audio.
I recorded a. He's doing his due diligence, man. He's doing his homework. I recorded a video of this. Actually, I was on a. Where did I record that? I was at a hotel, in uniform.
I saw your video, man.
Speed reduction to green dot. Yeah, man. Good. Hey,
That was good. That was
send us an email, man. Send me an email. You got it. If not, rewind it, and you can find it. We're gonna post this live stream up. Cut on deep. Still have a question for the rat. Okay.
What's the question?
Last one, brother. Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is.
Ramon Thompson.
And I'm not a pilot. What are you, man? What do you do? Are you a flight attendant? What are you doing on an aviation channel? We still love you, brother, sister.
Are you a maintenance guy?
Maintenance crew?
What else?
Maybe he's an
Are you a broker?
enthusiast. He sells planes, man.
Hey, as long as you enjoy it, that's what matters anyway. All right. So that's good.
All right, hey guys.
Any other question? Any other question?
What else you
before
got?
we wrap this up. Any other question? What else?
I hope you're enjoying this, man. I'm having fun with this.
Yeah, this
Are
is
you having
good,
fun
man.
with this one?
Excellent, of course, man, of course.
Okay.
It's excellent review. You know, we all reviewing. You know,
We're just having fun.
Ramon Thompson. Oh, Flight Sim.
Good, man. Do you know how many hours I have on Flight Sim? I started flying when I was 13. I was flying Flight Sim like you can't believe, man. A few thousand hours on Flight Sim. Microsoft 2004, which is the best one I think they came out with, because FSX is no good. That's just my opinion, though. If flaps do extend, does speed still follow the handle or real flap position? If flaps do extend, does speeds, it should follow the flap handle.
Well, the flap
if
handle
you're-
is mechanical.
Yeah,
So-
this is a good question. Flap handle, or it's the flap handle as
It's
long as you're in the
actually-
approach phase. That's, I believe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Flap
I
handle
think
in the
it's
approach phase.
Flap position, not the flap handle.
I gotta double check that. Is it handle
Yeah,
or
because
position?
a lot of time, remember, when you lose hydraulics, if you lose hydraulic like in the 7-3, you need to lower those flaps electrically. Now the handle is mechanical, you're not doing anything. So it's actually actually the position of the flaps,
Yeah.
not the handle. I don't think it's going to be the handle. I think it's the position of the flaps actually.
I would have to double check that. I know that. I know
If I'm not
the.
mistaken, it's the position of the flaps actually, not the handle.
And I know the airspeed tape. Let me think about this for a second. 320 versus 7.3, because I got two jets in my head. On a 320, the flap, the airspeed tape moves with the flap handle position. I know that for a fact. So I would have to look at where the auto thrust is going to follow
The
it.
320.
Yeah, the 320. What happens when you press approach push button and cruise 200 nautical miles from
On approach,
destination?
push button cruise with 200 nautical miles from destination.
It'll slow back the green dot with the flaps up. That's what'll happen. So don't do that. If you do that, how do you get out of it? You just recruise it. You can recruise it and it'll go back to cruise phase. I got a video on the 8 phases. There's 8 phases to the box. Pre-flight, takeoff, climb, cruise, descent, approach, go around, done. Those are the 8 phases right there.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
You can find this on our program, onestepprep.com. It's on our online ground school. You can even find it on YouTube.
Check
I
out the
think
website,
there's a
man.
video
It's on the
somewhere there.
website. All, you know, everything that you guys need is in the website. OneStepPrep.com. We have everything. Steep turns, stalls, man, everything.
Yeah, yeah, everything is there.
Non-precision.
Everything is there.
Whatever you want to.
Whatever you want to know. Hey, let me ask you a question in closing. Have you guys ever shown up to a training event and you find out your instructor doesn't instruct? They don't teach you. They just expect you to know everything. Then you show up and for some reason you
happens a lot.
have a question about something and all they can say is, well, why didn't you look that up? Well, why didn't you study that? Well, why? You're at fault, man, for
You should have
everything.
known this already, long
Yeah.
time ago.
How many of you guys has that happened to? Come on, man. Come on, man. We've seen that a lot. I have seen that in so many places. Crazy. What? Not activate the approach button on the FCU. Oh, nothing.
What
If you push approach, nothing. Nothing's going to happen, man. On the FCU, nada. Nothing will happen. What if rat doesn't come out? If the rat doesn't
What
come
happened?
out,
There's something. What happened if it doesn't come out?
you're having a
What is
bad.
the question?
You're having a bad day.
What
That's
happens
what that
if
is.
the rat doesn't come out? Do you get a light on that? How do you know if the rat doesn't actually stand? Right?
You got
Something happened,
there.
right?
Okay, what do you get, man? What do you get? I'm
What do you
jumping
mean?
ahead.
Hey, who's
Jumping
that,
ahead.
man? What if the rat doesn't come out?
Come on, deep.
Give me that answer. Give me that answer, and you get an audio, right?
And audio memory items.
That's it, man. What happened? How do you know? How do you know if the rat doesn't come out? If you're flying, you know, what about if you're in auto?
You should have a light for that. What does the light say? Where's it located?
If you
Where's
lose
it at?
AC, DC extension, your airspeed is about 100 knots, what happened? And the rat is going to deploy, and it doesn't deploy. What happened? How do you know?
After 8 seconds, because it should take 8 seconds to deploy.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't, what do you
Something
get?
happened.
What do you get? What do you
What
get?
How do you know? How do you guys know when the rat, if the rat doesn't deploy
Yeah, man.
on an A320?
Francis, they are examiners. You're right, man. They're not educators. They're examiners. There's a difference between being an educator and being an examiner. Okay. Educators, examiners, two different things, folks. Two different things. So what else we got? All right, man, we're going to wrap this thing up. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you like it, please leave it in comments, like, subscribe. You know, share it with your friends and your colleagues. You know, also, if you want to refresh with us, we're going to try to do this on a weekly basis. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I'm flying. Juan was out training in LA just a couple weeks, actually a few days ago.
Yeah.
I was out flying, so sometimes we're here every week. Other times, unfortunately, it doesn't work out. But we're going to try to be here every week with you. This is a great way for you to stay current, up to date.
That's it, that's true.
Going back to Francis, man, how do I stay current, up to date? Apart from what I mentioned earlier, come visit these live streams, man. We just come in here and have a fun, good old fun time, you know. And go back through some different items on both airplanes. So,
How do you know who's that? Abdullah? How do you know it's
let me get all up in the camera, man.
Oh, the fault red light. That's true. That's true. You do get the red fault light. That is true.
That was the
Yeah, that
answer we're talking
That's
about.
how you know when the rad doesn't actually extend. That is true.
All right, guys. Hey, check out the website, onestepprep.com. Onestepprep.com for the third time. Onestepprep.com.
Hey, make sure you visit our website.
We'll see you there.
Prep.com. All right, make sure you visit our website. All right, Joe and I, we always here for you. So, see you guys. God bless you. How many people?